So I have to wonder if 2026 is going to go down as being the summer of flops, because so far we've had a lot of very big flops this summer, and these are coming from tentpole franchises they thought were going to perform. And I think we got some more flops incoming. Maybe Hollywood is going to learn a very painful, very expensive lesson this year. I don't know. So we're going to talk about all of this. We're going to talk about Masters of the Universe, where it's at, and where Mandalorian and Grogu is. It hasn't even crossed $300 million worldwide, and there were people out there saying it was going to do $1 billion easy, 800 to $1 billion easy, guys. Star Wars is so back. Not according to the numbers. Now they're trying to make excuses. Well, because whatever, the weather and the macroeconomic circumstances and the war in Iran. That's why. Yeah, no. It's people just aren't into Disney Star Wars, and it was a TV show on the big screen, right? It is what it is. And I don't think we're going to have a lot of luck with Moana this year. Apparently that's not tracking very well. That's another Disney live action thing. I don't think it's going to be a bomb like Snow White, but people are not excited about this movie. And Disclosure Day, which is kind of a weird one, because they've been promoting the hell out of Disclosure Day for months, and I really thought this one was going to be a huge deal. I was going to go see it today. I didn't have time to go see it. We've got some family stuff we got to do this weekend. I'll probably get to it early next week, and I'll do a review for you guys. I actually am looking forward to this one, but Steven Spielberg is not the draw he was before, and I really thought this was going to be like $100 million plus opening. If you asked me a couple months ago, I'm like, yeah, they're promoting the hell out of Disclosure Day. It's not looking like it's going to do that great. I'm going to be real with you. And that, again, I want to say before I get into it any further, none of this has anything to do necessarily with the quality of the movies themselves. In fact, if you guys are, going to argue in good faith, go out and look at our reviews for The Mandalorian and Grogu and Masters of the Universe. Both of those reviews were good. They were solid reviews. But it is what it is. It's a summer of flops. And, weirdly, the movies that are overperforming are the Gen Z YouTuber horror movies, which means we're probably going to get a lot of those. I think we're going to see a lot less $200 million movies and a lot more $2 million movies, for better or for worse. That's what I think the result of this is going to be. That's what the takeaway from the studios is going to be. So before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. Go out to more.clownfishtv.com, and for less than the cost of a super chat, you can get some exclusive content you will not get here on YouTube. Help support the channel. Check it out, more.clownfishtv.com. And also, if you'd like to listen, you can go out to iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spotify, wherever you listen to podcasts for the audio version. So thank you very much. We'll start with Masters of the Universe. And again, this is a movie that we actually did like quite a bit. I wish it was less jokey. That's my personal opinion. I do wish this movie was less jokey, but it's not even going to hit the break-even number, I guess. It's going to miss by $400 million. That's not good. And already people are trying to make excuses. They're like, well, Amazon never intended for this one to be big. I'm like, nobody puts this much money into a movie with the expectation they're going to lose hundreds of millions of dollars. Don't be such a baby brain. I mean, I think what's going on is they're trying to mitigate the damage. They've already got the Blu-ray up for pre-release. I will give them props. They're promoting the hell out of this movie in its second week on social media, trying to get people excited to go see it, because the word of mouth has actually been pretty good. Not everybody liked the movie. I get that. Not everybody liked it. People have nitpicks with it. I've got some major issues, not major issues, but I have some nitpicks with it. But overall, I had a good time, right? It's not a terrible movie. I think if this one, I really do think this one deserved to do better, but I feel the same way about a lot of movies like Speed Racer, and I think they deserve to do a lot better than they did. And I think people will look back on this one and be like, yeah, we probably should have supported it in the theaters when we had a chance, because maybe we would have gotten a sequel, Sheer in it, but it's not gonna happen now because nobody went, right? So regardless of how you feel about the movie, it's still a flop. It's a massive flop. And Cosmic Book News has the numbers. They said Masters of the Universe on pace to miss break even by $400 million It's no longer just having a bad opening. The numbers now coming into focus for the full run, and they point to one of the most significant box office losses Hollywood has seen in years. By the industry's standard benchmark outlined recently by Puck News, which notes executives look for a film to gross 2.5 times its production budget. That's not just YouTubers pulling it out of their ass. This is actually what they look for. Masters of the Universe needed roughly 500 million worldwide to get into the black, based on Variety's report that the budget ran as high as 200 million. It's tracking toward a fraction of that, leaving it on course to finish around 400 million below the break-even bar. So it's not even going to break even. And I'm sorry, it's everybody who wants Prime has Prime. People are not going to sign up for Prime just to watch this. It's the same. It's the same with the Lord of the Rings. I don't understand. They spent like $1 billion on the rights for Lord of the Rings, and they're still like doubling, tripling down on cranking out shitty Lord of the Rings that nobody wants, you know? But I was hoping it would do better because they've got this live action She-Ra series they're going to do, and I'm hoping it's the same She-Ra that's in the movie, that they would have the good sense to go back to classic 80s She-Ra. But I don't think they're going to have much of an incentive to do that because this one did not do well at the box office. And again, I like the movie. I don't understand. I don't understand this. I'm seeing all these people out there that are like, well, it's okay. Jeff Bezos is okay losing hundreds of millions of dollars. That's just how he rolls. I'm like, ask the staff of the Washington Post if Jeff Bezos likes losing hundreds of millions of dollars. Ask them. Ask the ones that he fired because they were costing him too much money. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the dumbest shit. Ask the people who worked at Comixology if Jeff Bezos likes losing money, if Amazon likes losing money. Come the fuck on. Nobody believes that. I mean, you would have to be a complete moron to think that these studios make these movies to intentionally lose money. I think they thought, and they probably were, doing some crunching some numbers or whatever, but they thought if they made a Marvel-esque type, He-Man movie, that it would do at least low Marvel numbers, 400, 500 million or whatever. I think that's what they thought when they greenlit. And you got to realize this thing was greenlit like 2 or 3 years ago. Things were wildly different. Would they greenlight this movie today? No, I don't think they would. Right. And that's kind of the truth of everything is I think studios are going to look at movies and they're going to be like, hey, is this thing going to be viable in 3 years? Because you have to do that. It's the same with like book publishing. They acquire rights to a book based on where they think the industry is going to be in 2 or 3 years, because that's how long it's going to take to get this thing out the door. And tastes change. And this summer has just been wild. Like, shit's changing quick. Again, $1 million horror movies are making more money than the $200 million tentpole. Go figure. Discount Tuesday couldn't help. Tuesday was supposed to offer a small lift thanks to discount pricing. It barely moved the needle. They said Masters of the Universe took in about $3 million on its first Discount Tuesday. And even with the cheaper tickets, it came in under Mortal Kombat 2, which did roughly $3.7 million on its own first Tuesday. Mortal Kombat 2, the only reason we didn't go see that one is we had COVID when it came out. And I'm like, yeah, I feel like shit. I'm not going to go see Mortal Kombat. But I heard it wasn't as good as I was hoping. I mean, the first one was absolutely terrible. But the second one looked like Mortal Kombat 2. It looked like Mortal Kombat. And I wanted to go see it, and we never got around to it. So again, it's just like everything else. This movie also came out, in a very crowded summer. It came out when people were, graduating and going on vacation, stuff like that. And I don't think going to see a goofy He-Man movie is really top of mind for a lot of people right now. And especially since it's an Amazon thing, they're gonna be like, yeah, I'll just wait for Prime. Cosmic Book News says that continues a pattern we flagged Monday. He-Man is tracking beneath a movie that already bombed. Where this is headed, the Mortal Kombat 2 comparison is useful because that film's entire run is already known, which lets us project where Masters of the Universe lands. Through 5 days, Mortal Kombat 2 had earned $45 million domestic. Masters of the Universe sits at, oh God, that's way worse than I thought, $34.7 million over the same stretch, running well behind. Mortal Kombat 2 ultimately finished with around $79 million domestic. If Masters of the Universe holds to the same downward pace, it projects to land somewhere in the neighborhood of 60 million. Holy shit, that's bad. 60 million domestically. They were hoping for that opening weekend or more, and it did like 29. Overseas is where it gets worse. Yeah, I would think that Masters would do well overseas. Mortal Kombat 2 pulled in 49 million from foreign markets. Masters of the Universe has been notably soft internationally with just 25 million from 86 territories so far in the reports of weak overseas interest. Even if we're generous and hand He-Man a foreign haul matching Mortal Kombat 2, the movie still only gets to 110 million worldwide, and the real number could come in lower. Historic tier loss. Put it together and the math is grim. Okay, a worldwide total in the $100 million to $110 million range against a production budget as high as $200 million plus marketing, which they spend a lot on marketing on this one, points to an estimated loss in the $200 million plus range once theaters take their 50% cut. No, Jeff Bezos doesn't care about that because he's rich. Get fucked. He totally does. They do. And he's not even in charge over there. But it's Amazon cares. They do care. Right? I think with Lord of the Rings, they honestly thought it was lightning in a bottle. They were going to spend $1 billion and it was going to be like the Peter Jackson films for them, and it didn't work out. But they said, yeah, this is the kind of number that puts Masters of the Universe in genuinely infamous company. Disney's John Carter is widely cited as one of the biggest flops in movie history with an estimated loss of $200 million. The Lone Ranger is in the same range. Same with the Marvels. 237 million loss. Difference is, well, no, there is no difference. I mean, basically with the Marvels, it was a huge loss, and Disney tried to course correct the Marvel universe, the MCU, completely after that one. And the Fantastic Four they thought was going to do a lot better. It didn't do very well. I really do think what the thought process was when they greenlit this is, let's make a Masters universe. Let's make our own Marvel. Let's make our own MCU with He-Man and She-Ra and all this stuff. And really lean into the 80s nostalgia, which would have been bigger a couple of years ago. I think 80s nostalgia is kind of played out at this point. Like, we've rebooted like everything. And your target demographic now, other than the Gen Z that wants to LARP as Gen X, but Gen Xers are in their 50s and 60s. You know, it's like, and I know older millennials are going to be into this, but like Gen X watched this when they were little kids. He-Man was on when I was a little kid. Like, I was little. Like, we're talking like He-Man came out when I was like in kindergarten. Okay. But I'm old. So it's like, and my kids don't care about He-Man. They went to go see the movie with us. They did go see the movie with us, and they thought it was funny, but they know He-Man from the memes. I mean, they know Dad's got a bunch of He-Man figures in his office, but they know He-Man from the, what's going on meme and all that, and Skeletor from memes. So they wanted to go see it for that, but that wasn't enough to bring Gen Z in. When given the choice to go see movies on their own, which they did that weekend, they went to go see Backrooms. They would never go see this one on their own. We had to kind of talk them into it. Like, don't you want to see Dad's old man toys come to life? Don't you want to see the little which my son's joked about, by the way, is like, Dad, why do you have so many half-naked muscle men in your office? Like, isn't that a little weird? What does Mom think? I'm like, Mom buys them for me. Your mother buys me the half-naked muscle men toys to play with. Don't ask questions, man. But they said, yeah, a loss of that size would place Masters of the Universe right alongside those notorious bombs. Not a footnote, but a genuine entry into the conversation about Hollywood's costliest misfires. Damn, another drop is coming. So Mortal Kombat fell 65% in the second weekend. They think that's going to happen with Masters, too. Truly special. Through all that, Amazon's position has not changed. The studio's distribution chief called the opening truly special. Is that what we're calling it? Are we gonna load up the short bus to Eternia? Is that what we're gonna do? Like, look, I like the movie, but holy shit, that's bad. Like, that is really bad. Mandalorian and Grogu, I don't think this surprises anybody. We even said we didn't think it would break even a couple of months ago. We're like, this is just an episode of the TV show. And again, this is another one we gave a decent review to. But I couldn't recommend going to the theater to see it because it is just a 2-hour episode of the show. These are the numbers. What's next? Like, well, that's okay. Disney, it's a success for them because like it'll drive people to Disney Plus, and it's no big deal. It's no big deal that they're going to lose a bunch of money on this. What? Barely an inconvenience, guys. They wanted to, they need the tax write-offs. Okay. No, they don't. They're freaking having fire sales all over the place now to get people in the theme parks. They're freaking the hell out. These companies are freaking out. Nothing works the way that it used to because they've destroyed all these franchises, right? And I don't think the Gollum movie or what the hell they're going to do is going to do well either. I think Lord of the Rings had its moment. You've destroyed it with a bunch of subpar shit. The primes. Like, I don't care if it's Peter Jackson company. I don't think it's going to do well. Who the hell is going to pay to go see the Stephen Colbert Lord of the Rings fanfic they're working on? So that's cooked too. So yeah, Mando and Grogu didn't do $1 billion, guys. I'm sorry. Moana is tracking poorly too. Again, what the hell were you thinking? The cartoon is 10 years old, and The Rock looks like he's taking Ozempic shots, and it doesn't look good. It looks like a drabber version of the cartoon. It's not tracking well. I didn't realize how bad it was tracking. I mean, we're not talking Masters of the Universe, but they're saying it's going to open probably a little less than The Little Mermaid, and that's not great. Not for a live action movie, but they're going to keep making them, right? They are, because whatever. But Disclosure Day, this one really did surprise me. I thought it was going to do better. This has come from Deadline. Spielberg's Disclosure Day first day global hits 12 million. Global. I thought that was domestic. Oh, God, that's not good. All right, update after exclusive. Let's see what they said. Previews in North America for Universal and Amblin's Steven Spielberg movie Disclosure Day came in at 6.5 million, which takes the Thursday night and Wednesday offshore combined to take 12.5 million. We'll get another update on international later this AM. That preview figure for the 115 million net production is on par with Alien Romulus. Nope, it's ahead of Nope. Nope was pretty good, but Nope wasn't expensive. Nope was not an expensive movie. It's under that of the Marvels. It's less than the Marvels. But again, this isn't a Marvel movie. If Uni hits 40 million plus opening on this movie in the US and Canada, they'll be happy. Again, as we previously told you, Spielberg, the architect of the blockbuster, is a filmmaker who isn't of an enormous opening. It's always about his legs. We're rerunning the chart on top of his bows. Okay, so let's see what they got here. Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, opening box office 100 million. That one dropped off. Jurassic Park Lost World did 72. These are, yeah, but you got to adjust for inflation. War of the Worlds in 2005 did 65 million in 2005 dollars. Ready Player One did 40 million in 2018. Yeah, I don't think it's going to do great. And it's not just, I mean, look, so we have this one, and then I'm telling you right now, Supergirl is going to be a freaking disaster. Disclosure Day, I kind of wondered, because we were going to go see it today, and then we weren't able to because we have family stuff coming up, right? But I went to go look for seats, and I'm like, well, probably all the good seats are taken anyway. It's opening day, and they've been promoting this one for months. I wasn't really paying attention to the box office for this one, because it's not like a superhero movie or anything like that, but it's science fiction, and there were a lot of seats open. So I'm like, yeah, this one's not going to do good. That's how I can usually tell. There's one particular theater we go to in the Pittsburgh area that is the bellwether. I'm not telling people where we go because I don't want people to be like, well, I'm going to find out when you're going. But there's one theater that, I mean, it's amazing. If you, I mean, this thing should be, this theater should be on record as being like, look, if it performs here, it's going to be a hit. If it doesn't perform here, it's not going to be a hit. There, like, all the seats were available, almost all the seats. And I'm like, this is not going to do well. And this is the same with Tron Ares. We knew it was going to be a bigger flop than what they said, because I think my wife and I were the only two people there on the first showing opening day. Oh, by the way, that theater still has Tron Ares popcorn buckets available. I'm not even kidding. They discounted them. They're still sitting there. Like the Castle Grayskull popcorn buckets sold out within a couple of hours. The damn Tron buckets from 6-8 months ago, they're still there. But yeah, so I'm like, yeah, this is not going to do well. And then Supergirl is going to be a huge flop too. I'm sorry, everybody's heard, oh, Supergirl's not going to flop. Supergirl's going to be just fine, guys. Supergirl's great. No, Supergirl's not looking too hot. And that's a whole nother video. But we're basically looking at a massive summer of flops. I mean, it really is. It's going to be the flop parade in 2026. And this is the summer, I think everything that we've known or everything we thought we knew about Hollywood is going to be upended for sure. So anyway, I'm going to wrap it up, guys. Please subscribe. We'll talk later.